Welcome back to K24 this morning. My name is Mungalambu. We'll be discussing money and finance this Tuesday, and I'm joined by a very interesting panel to discuss customer service. This is Customer Service Week, so kuna a lot going on within and actually out of the country. It's a global situation. People just going through different customer service experiences, and actually the theme for this particular year, it is, I had it here, it's somewhere here. It's about the magic of service, yeah? Now, I'm joined by Faith Muturi. She's the managing partner at Delve. Then I also have Stella Kamau. She's also a customer experience manager at ABM Group. And I'm joined by Job Njiri from KCB. All right, so gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, before we went on break, a lot of guys called in and they had different experiences as far as their customer service is concerned. A lot of them, I think the problem is revolving around the fact that once they had an issue, it wasn't addressed at all. Yeah, and you said something about 360 service, 360, experience. The fact that I can go through a problem, because we all go through challenges, but how is that challenge taken care of? And you being a practitioner in that particular area, what do you think is the worst thing you can ever do to a hurting customer?
I think not listening to them, not understanding their pain point, and if you understand their pain point, not being able to have a solution, ignoring the customer, and as Faith said, not giving feedback, not being able to follow up, not having systems in place to track customer complaints and ensure that they are resolved, accountability systems, like a CRM solution, customer relationship management solution. So if you can't track, if you can't understand what the customer's pain point is, if you can't sort it out, then certainly that's going to end up being a bad experience.
The global theme for this particular year is the magic of service. People might not necessarily look at it as magic. I mean, at the end of the day, just like we had a caller earlier on who said, Mimi, as long as nimelipia service, na nime receive, Mimi sina story mingi. But what exactly is it, that what do we mean when we say the magic of service?
The interesting thing about the human mind makes decisions more from a subconscious level than conscious. I'll give an example. Okay. If I ask someone, why are you wearing the color you're wearing? Well, I'm not a stylist, so that's why I did ask you that one.
Alipatiwa.
Represent.
Labda ni timu yangu ya ball.
Okay. But for someone watching, if you ask them why they're wearing the color they're wearing, most likely they'll look and think, what am I wearing? It's not that they woke up and said, today's color red. So a lot of decisions are subconscious, and ultimately we go towards pleasure more. We may remember pain, but we go towards pleasure. That's why, see, your baba is that guy for you. Has he ever...
Wangu akona PhD.
Akona PhD. Asha ikosea? Or is he perfect?
I've never complained.
But is he...
He's obviously not perfect.
He's not perfect. So your issue is not that he's never made a mistake. And that's what we talk of, that magic of service. Why you keep going to him is that he gives you a magical experience, and the magic is in the small things. So what we say is the magic of service is we give a magical experience, and magic is the simple, small things that make a world of difference. As you were saying, listening to the customer in an authentic way, welcoming the customer. There's a chick who told me she just goes to a salon because whenever she comes in, they're all like, nice to see you. Exactly. It's just that one. Versus you enter a shop and no one says hi. So what we say... Exactly. So what is the magical experiences, and when you give a magical experience, an unhappy customer can become a happy customer. A customer who was not even loyal can become a loyal customer, and it's like magic. Why? How much were you paying your baba 10 years ago?
50 bob. Actually, 20 bob.
And now?
500 bob, depending on what is happening on my head.
Zero. But bread, maybe you've not added that. You know what I mean, isn't it? And not that it's less. But it's like magic. If he was charging this much and now he's charging this much, and we're saying, where does that magic come from? The magic is not that he has the best seat, though it's a good thing. It's really the experience that he gives is magical to you. And you come back like magic.
Awesome.
So that's what we say. It's the experiences you give that will create a happy customer, and an unhappy customer can become a happy customer and loyal.
Job, you are in the industry, in the banking industry, and it looks like the magic of service for a bank, it means more money for me that I have to spend. If you introduce internet banking, that's an app I have to download, probably have to pay for services within that app. So how do people in your industry make sure that that magic of service is still an amazing experience, making me forget that I'm spending money?
I think it should not be specific to banking when you talk about, service or experience. Actually, I want to put these two things together. There is customer service and there is customer experience.
All right.
Service is what you get. When you walk into a hotel, ask for food, the food comes, you're given, pay, eat, go. That is service.
Okay.
And that is service. Same to your barber.
Yes.
Walk in, cutter, number one. And the hair goes, But experience is how do you embrace the brand right from the onset.
Right.
When you hear about K24, then you come to the doorstep, the guards, how do they receive you and welcome you? When you come up here, how does the studio look like?
We gave you coffee. I hope you liked it. Yeah.
We shall do a
score. You
get me?
Right.
That is experience. Experience is the holistic, the entire journey.
Right.
And when you go to the barber, let me stick to that again. When you get your hair done, there's that person who comes. I know they washed you. I saw you.
Yeah.
The way they were washing,
and the massage.
That lady,
That's not what really do. I mean, you went to get your hair off,
right?
But that entire journey, that ambience, the music, the way you offer, the cup of coffee.
Yeah, like at my barber were given wine, but yes.
Yes, that's what, exactly. That whole journey gives me a certain feeling. And customers are very emotive beings. So you have to first appeal to my emotion, to my being as a human being first and foremost. Then the service comes in.
Okay.
And a customer would pay whatever it takes.
For that experience.
And that's why even you can have 4 barbers on one row and one is charging you that 1,000 bob, but people seem to be trooping to one guy.
And you're like,
unapunguza yako. Every time unapunguza bei huku, 50 bob uneka mpaka zile watu wanasimama kwa mlango na kiengele.
Buy one, get
offer,
one free.
buy one and we give you a Fanta free. And you're wondering why guys are not trooping there. It's because of what? This person has understood the whole experience journey. So coming back to the bank, I mean, for us, we offer a service. We are a financial service provider. Let me put it that way. But how you journey with us, it's the interaction with us that determines how will you come back again. If you come for a facility from us, how we handle that entire process to the way you manage your facility, then determines will you walk back to us or will you go to the other 40 plus institutions that are available.
You were saying that Mama Mboga who in the morning is counting on you.
Yes, and that's what I was saying. For instance, on the borrowing applications, you have a Mama Mboga who borrows in the morning at 4 a.m. And then gets goods from the from the market, brings it to Akulima, pays, gets her profit. By evening, they repay. So what's happening is that through that journey, by morning they have the next amount of money. What is that they're building their credit profile through that process. So systems come on the back end to facilitate.
Yes.
But does it work for me? That's the first thing the customer looks for.
All right.
The functional.
Stella, a lot of people believe that customer care, customer experience is for big corporates, big companies, such as KCB and so on and so forth. But sometimes even the person who provides the smallest service, Mama Mboga, boda riders, taxi drivers, and so on and so forth, can also provide customer experience. How can that happen from that small SME vendor in the hood?
It's a small things. This morning we were discussing how someone at one of Job's colleagues got an SMS from his boda guy saying happy customer service week. It's surprising. It's the small things. It's a small thing.
Imagine that.
My hairdresser, if she's watching, she will relate. I keep telling her, send us messages. Give us offers. Tell us thanks for the business. Tell us, come do your hair this Friday and get a glass of wine, you know. Communicate with us. It's about the small things. And it's also about consistency. So you don't have to be a big corporate. Small things, consistency. And then figure out what your customer wants before they know that they want it. And then give it to them and wow them. And that's how you deliver a magical experience.
I mean, that is one boda rider, probably one of the very few can actually do that, but we shall discuss that in a minute. We do have a Miriam on the line. Miriam, good morning. Miriam amekata simu. Right, Miriam, you can call us back again. But there are people who, like that boda rider, that Nduthi guy, or rather Baba, who doesn't understand the concept of customer experience. umesema kuna huwa 1000 na kuna huwa 50 bob. Huwa 50 bob yeye at the end of the day ako zile za Buddha. Mimi zonga zinakata nywele kwani ni nini ingine? Kuna msewa nduthi yako sinatoa tu customer hapa na mpeleka pale. Kwani nini anataka experience gani? Si bora tujaanguka tuko tu sawa. Like how do you get them out of that frame of mind to make them start thinking out of the box?
Of the experience. One of the things we do, especially in a training space, when we start about customer experience training, we don't start with a customer. We allow people to share their best and worst, which is fantastic. So that guy, maybe the Baba Boda guy, will ask them, what was your worst experience? There's this Mama Mboga. Nilimwambia hii bei ni kubwa, akasema kwani unadhani nini? So they'll give their story as the customer.
Yes.
And then later we'll ask, okay, but did they have what you needed? Yes. Did you buy? Yes. So what's the issue? They're like, aliniongelesha aje? So that's how we start.
Wow.
When the person who's giving the service forgets of themselves as providing the service and puts themselves in the shoes of the customer, when they look at their own best and worst customer experiences, they realize it's not about the facts. It's not about the product. It's about the experience. And that's why we say it's an emotional experience. And and a lot of guys who called it's emotions. It's I felt ignored. I felt misunderstood. You didn't keep your word. Very few of them will say your product. Or if they'll mention the product, it's the experience around the product. They'll say, I was stuck. I didn't get a call. So what we do is that we find out what their best. So we don't even talk about their customers. We talk about where you went and you were served very well. They'll talk of a hotel. Aki, they put a suite on my bed. They'll talk of that like, I'll keep going to that hotel. You're like, did you go for a suite? Don't you have a suite
and I think
home?
a lot of it, Mbovi, also is that, things around you are changing. Before corporates, a lot of people used to innovate things from inside out to the customer. Without walking the shoes of the customer. Today, the external environment will also define whether you're going to change or not.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Look at the taxi business before.
I mean, it has really, and we'll talk about the evolution of CS in a minute, but Miriam is back on the line. Miriam, good morning.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
We are quite fine. Glad to have you back, Miriam.
Yeah.
What is your...
watching the Customer Care Week.
Yes.
Now, there's a time I had a small loan.
Okay.
And someone called me from the institution.
Yes.
And they're like, we are reminding you about your loan. And I was like, yes. When are you paying? I'm like, I'll pay at the end of the month.
Okay.
And then they go like, you need to pay today.
Yes.
I'm like, I can't pay today because I don't have money at the moment. I'll pay by end month.
Yeah.
And the lady goes, are you stupid?
What?
Why do you take loans that you know you cannot pay?
Pole sana.
That was the worst I've ever heard.
Did this really happen? She called you the word stupid, like she used stupid in her sentence?
Yes, stupid.
Okay, thank you very much, Miriam.
Okay.
Okay, so let's address that before we move to the evolution of customer service. And I'll start with you. Now, you are here as an expert. A little stupid. Care to comment?
If you're a true customer experience professional, you should know better. Yeah. You should just know better. The differentiator in your business being more successful than another one is your service levels.
Yeah.
So you, by no means can you be calling your customer stupid. This customer, my customer pays my salary.
Yeah.
I'm very clear about that. And that's why when you were talking about difficult customers, I actually wanted to comment and I just didn't get a chance.
Okay.
You will find your most difficult customers are your most loyal customers.
Yes.
They are complaining and they are pissed off because they want to stay with you. So that's a call for help. Make it right and I will stay. Yeah. So suddenly you, like I said at the beginning, you can't call your customer names. It's a no-no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Faith.
I think Miriam needs to escalate it.
Okay.
Please call back that organization, send an email. Emails are very effective. Why? That person shouldn't be doing that to people. Even leave alone from a service level, from a human level, it is wrong.
Yeah.
And there's something we call enabling.
Yeah.
And first of all, your most unhappy customers at times, unhappy customers will not give you feedback. It's actually said that only 4% of unhappy customers will give you feedback.
Yes.
And see, Miriam probably didn't call the organization or email.
Yeah.
But your email, Miriam, will make a difference because that person is likely to replicate it. And no one else, even leave alone from a business place, no one else should go through that experience. So Miriam, Paul Sana for that experience. You should have gone through it. And please...
Can she still go back to
please
that?
Please send an email. And social media is your friend, by the way. That is a very high level. I don't recommend social media being the first place because I think if you have a good relation, it's like, because they're humans by the end of the day, but that's extreme. So if you have to go to social media because that is unacceptable,
do it.
Go ahead. But someone will listen to you depending on how strategic you are in how you communicate. And then again, it goes to internal customer. Unfortunately, at times it's a reflection of what's happening internally. By the time someone can talk like that, too many lines were crossed. So I'll go to what's happening.
Even this customer care agent probably also has issues within the workspace.
For me, I'd go to it's a leadership issue. I'd say that. Unless it's the first time that person has acted like that, and that's very rare because people don't go from here to 90. You know, we talk of the speedometer. You don't kanyaga and it goes all the way to 200. So there were signs. So that's the thing, internal customer experience. By the time this person has had such a bad experience, internally things were going wrong. So they're enablers internally. They're enablers who, and that's why we say when bullying in the workplace needs to be addressed. Because it will be replicated outside. So my biggest concern is not so much, Miriam, please address it, but internally, there's a major issue. There's a major issue.
Alan, also on the line. Alan, good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
How has been your customer service experience?
Okay, actually, I had a problem with a certain institution. Okay, this day I just borrowed a loan. And hired a babe. Then nilikuwa nimebakisha like 32 shillings only.
All right.
Then wakanipikia simu and they were some harassing me. So I just quit. Mpaka saizi sijailipa like 1 year mpaka hata wameniweka CRP because of only 32 shillings.
32 bob.
32 bob.
We, pole sana Alan.
Yes, and for them that it's like for me, I'm not going to borrow any loan from any institution anymore.
Okay. Money matters. He owes 32 bob na ako kwa CRB. So now, what happens in this situation?
I think there's a very thin line, you know, around that. But of course, there is what you call, I think, customer and client, what do you call it, obligation, you know, and organizational obligations that you know that you went in and you have borrowed and you're obligated also to pay. Because, I mean, in as much as we're all good in terms of, yes, we want to give customer service, you can take maybe 32 times maybe 2 million other people, other customers.
Of course, that's a lot of money. 64
million. It translates
million.
into something. But we also have something called also goodwill sometimes, where you look at the situation and see, okay,
how can we
it's a so it's a balance.
My opinion is, lipa your 32 bob, alafu to move on. Anyway, we have someone else on the line. Hello? Josephine, habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Umeamka namna gani?
Mzuri sana tena mzima kabisa.
Na feel ni kama uko na energy. Wewe uko na shida kweli na customer care?
Ati?
I feel like hauna shida na customer care. Ama what is your question or comment?
Niko na shida na customer care.
Okay.
Sababu ndio nilikuwa nataka kutoa hiyo issue.
Sema nakusikia.
Unanisikia?
Na kabisa.
Hello,
Josephine, nakusikia? Nakusikia Josephine, wewe ongea na mimi.
Mimi niko na hii shida yangu na customer care. Kwa benki moja nilikuwa nimeweka pesa.
Yes.
Nikaenda Dubai.
Okay.
Na wakati nilienda Dubai, nikapiga simu.
Yes.
Nikawaambia sasa niko Dubai na ningetaka kutumia hiyo kadi.
Yes.
Wakati nilienda kutumia hiyo kadi, waliniambia siwezi kutumia kadi maana sikuandika barua ati nimeenda Dubai. Pesa zangu zote zilikuwa katika bank.
Pole sana.
Na wakati nilikaa kama student. Maana mwaka ulioisha nilikuwa nimeenda India na nikaswap kwa hiyo kadi.
Yes.
Sasa sikuwa nimejua ninaweza kuwa na shida ati niandike barua.
Huko unajua procedure.
Sababu wakati nilipigia manager alisema niandike barua.
Yes.
niambie niseme ati ninaenda nje bila kuandika barua uwezi kusaidiwa.
Pole sana Josephine.
Sasa nilikuwa sina hata pesa ya kulipa room.
Ninajua hiyo ni shida kubwa sana. Pole sana Josephine.
Nilikuwa na shida. Sasa kwa hivyo ni vizuri sana kwa kila banki wajue kuangalia
kwa anapeana instructions. I agree.
Maana pia customer sasa sijui tutafanya nini. Asante sana.
We also have another caller on the line. Jane, good morning. Hello Jane.
Yes.
What is your question or comment?
Okay, now.
Yes.
Mine I have to mention because I was given the best service from the police service.
Okay.
And they really wowed me. I went for good conduct.
Yeah.
I would have lost that job, but that police officer at the CID, Hapo Kiambu, somewhere.
Yes.
He sympathized with me and he made it happen same day. And he didn't ask for a bribe.
Okay.
And I've worked in that institution for the last 9 years. So, best customer service in police service.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Jane.
Okay.
Okay. A very good customer experience there as far as, the police service is concerned. Actually, to be honest, because I have cops who are my friends and relatives as well, they can be good people if they want, but they can also be monsters if they want. But anyway, you know what? Let me not talk about them because tunaweza patana nao Friday mahali jioni ikuwe ni noma. Let's guys are having a lot of experiences with the banking sector as far as, issues are not concerned. But for the lady who called us, earlier on, I think hers was just a matter of not getting the right information.
And it's about information, and if you look at it, I think, and I don't speak for any specific, institution when I say this, it's about also walking the customer journey.
Yeah.
Some of those processes are becoming archaic now, where you tell, for instance, write letters, do these or that. We're in a very dynamic sort of environment right now.
Yeah.
People get up and go. The customer will stand up and say, tomorrow I'm in Dubai.
Yes.
The first thing you're not thinking about, look, I need to write a letter for my card. You've got many other pressing obligations to sort out. So it's for institutions to think and say, wait, what else can our customers do? Maybe an SMS can suffice.
Yeah.
A call.
The way she said, digitize.
There is technology now that even does your voice recognition. You can sort of do identification through your voice, through voice biometrics, and call a center and get verified and get the process on the go. Because everything today is on the fly.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, guys, we've come to the end. So parting shots, 30 seconds each, starting with you. As far as the customer service week is concerned, what should guys look out for, and probably even in terms of feedback, what should they tell their service providers?
I think CS Week is an opportunity for organizations to recognize their internal and external customers. It's also an opportunity for them to recognize staff members who are doing a really, really great job. But also, customer experience is not about CS Week. Yeah, it's something that needs to be happening throughout the year. And one of the things that's coming out of the calls that we have received is the importance of customer feedback or organizations carrying out customer satisfaction surveys. So they can be able to get this feedback from their customers and correct what they're not doing so well and continue what they are doing well.
Okay. Faith. What should we be telling our service providers, especially our TV when you want to cut TV 3 weeks?
I think talk to your customer. It's about a relationship. It's about keeping in touch with them. You have their data, digitize, make it easier to have conversation and connect, ensure that you form friendships. It's the magic of Christmas, the magic of service.
We actually heading towards Christmas.
I know. The magic of CS Week is relationships and friendships. If you deal with people like they're your friend, then guess what? They'll treat you like a friend even when things go bad.
All right. You've heard it. We had a lot of questions coming in, by the way, unfortunately, and a lot of calls. We couldn't deal with all of them. However, if you'd like to reach any of our panelists, kindly let us know, and we shall definitely put you in touch with them. Right now, though, I want to join my co-hosts, this lady and gentleman. Customer service. Wewe unadiligaje na customers wako? Wakikutext.
I don't have
when one wakasema ati wewe ni nani? How did you get my number?
And who are you?
Who are you?
No, but some amazing points that have been brought out. I really like how also your internal staff are also regarded as customers.
I didn't know that until today.
That's amazing.
And I'm just wondering right now, even in terms of this being customer service week movie, what have you done for your customers?
A lot.
Right here on the show.
Like I'm giving my house help a holiday for sure. She's
now I'm talking about these three guests we have here because they also
I'm giving them tea.
you're giving them tea.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be grading you, by the way. I think Job said that he's going to grade you.
What are you doing for your house help? Me, at least one in the Ocha.
Even me, Mashujade, they're leaving. Okay. There's a graduation going on. But I think it's all round. And I think the most important thing is that not just for this week, because this week we have seen things. I actually went to the supermarket where they were dancing and doing all of these things. After Friday, that relationship should still be ongoing. And that's the key at the end of the day. Just make sure that relationship is always there 365 days of the year. Okay, we are done. We say bye-bye. Samuel Jeroga and Sheikh Sharora come in from 9. It's all about the daily brief. Have a great day. We're back tomorrow bright and early. God bless.